You've been told eggs are healthy, and they are, packed with protein, vitamins, and essential fats. But for seniors, there's something most people never hear. It's not the egg that causes problems, it's how you eat them. Or more accurately, the common mistakes we make that turn eggs into something harmful, especially after 60. Are you scrambling eggs the wrong way? Are you adding just one thing that spikes inflammation? Are you storing them wrong or eating the same egg dish every day? Stay with me because these simple errors could be quietly affecting your cholesterol, joint pain, memory, or even leg strength. Let's break down the 4 mistakes that make eggs harmful to your health and how to fix them. Eggs are one of nature's most perfect foods. One large egg contains 6 grams of high-quality protein, all 9 essential amino acids, choline for brain health, lutein and zeaxanthin for vision, and virtually 0 sugar. So why do some seniors feel worse when eating eggs? Why do some experience bloating, brain fog, stiffness, or rising cholesterol? The problem isn't the egg itself, it's what we pair with it, how we cook it, and how often we eat it. As we age, our metabolism slows. Our sensitivity to certain fats, additives, and nutrient imbalances increases, and small mistakes, made over time, can lead to bigger issues. The good news? These mistakes are easy to spot, and easier to fix. Let's dive into the most common ones, especially mistake number 3, because most seniors do this every single morning without realizing the risk. Mistake. Verse 1, cooking eggs in inflammatory oils. Let's start with the mistake that happens before the egg even touches your plate. It's not the egg itself, it's what you cook it in. For many seniors, that means a splash of vegetable oil, a spritz of cooking spray, a bit of margarine, or a spoonful of canola oil. Sounds familiar? These oils are common, but they're also high in omega-6 fatty acids. And while omega-6 isn't bad on its own, too much of it, without enough omega-3, fuels chronic inflammation. According to Harvard Health, the typical American consumes 10 to 15 times more omega-6 than needed. And that imbalance? It silently raises inflammation markers, clogs arteries, and disrupts the body's cholesterol balance. The inflammation doesn't just attack your heart, it affects your joints, blood vessels, and metabolism. Let's meet Ruth. She's 67, energetic, and loved making sunny-side eggs every morning. But she always used a vegetable oil blend, thinking it was the healthier option. Soon, she noticed morning bloating, achy knees, and rising LDL cholesterol on her lab report. Her doctor didn't take away the eggs. He took away the oil. Ruth switched to extra virgin olive oil, and on weekends she tried ghee, a clarified butter rich in antioxidants. Some mornings, she even poached her eggs. No oil needed. The result? Her bloating disappeared, her knees felt lighter, and her breakfast stayed delicious. Have you checked the oil in your pan lately? It might be time to switch, because even if you cook your eggs perfectly, what you eat with them could be working against you, but what you pair eggs with might be undoing all the benefits. Let's go there next. Mistake. Number 2. Pairing eggs with processed meats. Let's talk about a breakfast pairing that feels classic, but comes with hidden danger. Eggs and bacon, or sausage or ham. For many seniors, it's the go-to morning meal. Simple, familiar, tasty. But there's a catch, and it's serious. Processed meats are loaded with sodium nitrates and nitrites, preservatives like BHA and BHT, and sometimes added sugar or fillers. These compounds have been linked to increased blood pressure, cholesterol imbalance, and even a higher risk of colorectal cancer. So much so that the World Health Organization classifies processed meat as a Group 1 carcinogen. But here's what most people miss. When you pair eggs, a nutrient-dense, heart-friendly food, with processed meat, you cancel out many of the egg's benefits. Let's take Henry. He's 70, diabetic, retired firefighter. For 15 years, his breakfast was the same: 2 eggs, 2 sausages, and black coffee. Then came the symptoms: tingling in his feet, heavy legs, fatigue by noon. His doctor reviewed his labs and spotted early signs of plaque, buildup, and nerve inflammation. The likely trigger? Inflammatory compounds from his processed meat, especially when pan-fried at high heat. Henry didn't give up his eggs. He gave up the sausage. He replaced it with avocado slices for healthy fat, steamed spinach for circulation, sometimes even grilled tomatoes with herbs. And the result? His foot sensitivity improved, his energy came back, his medication dose was reduced. Have you ever paired eggs with bacon without thinking twice? It might be time to rethink that habit, because the next mistake, it doesn't come from the meat, it comes from repetition, and it happens even with healthy egg eaters. It's not what you eat, it's how often. And this next mistake, almost everyone makes it. Mistake. There are 3. Eating eggs the same way, every day. This one might surprise you, because it doesn't sound dangerous at first. Eating eggs the same way every day. After all, eggs are simple, affordable, and packed with nutrients. They're easy to prepare. They feel like a safe choice. But when you eat the same egg dish every single morning, your body starts to miss out, slowly but surely. Here's what happens. Too many yolks without fiber can cause cholesterol to slowly build up. Lack of micronutrient diversity puts stress on your metabolism. And over time, you may crowd out essential foods like berries, greens, or healthy fats. Let's meet Gloria. She's 72, lively, loved crossword puzzles and morning walks. Every morning, her breakfast was the same: scrambled eggs on white toast with butter. No vegetables, no fiber, no variety. After a few months, she noticed constipation, low energy, and a rising cholesterol number she couldn't explain. Her doctor ran blood work. She had borderline B12 deficiency, low folate, and was missing key antioxidants. Eggs weren't the problem, monotony was. So, what did she do? She kept the eggs, but rotated. Boiled eggs with a side of fruit and chia pudding, veggie omelets with spinach and tomatoes, mini egg muffins baked with onion and bell pepper. Within weeks, her digestion improved, her energy came back, and mealtime felt exciting again. Question for you: do you eat eggs the same way every day? If yes, it may be time to rotate, because the next mistake doesn't happen on your plate. It happens in your fridge, and it's easier to fix than you think. Let's look at that next. Mistake number 4, storing eggs improperly. Let's be honest. Most people don't think twice about where they store their eggs, but for seniors, especially those with weaker immune systems, this small habit can have big consequences. Because when stored incorrectly, eggs can quietly turn from safe into risky. Here's what you need to know. Eggs are porous. That means they can absorb odors, moisture, and bacteria through their shells. If left at inconsistent temperatures, harmful bacteria like salmonella can grow. And once contaminated, even a normal-looking egg can cause foodborne illness. Now, meet George. He's 74th independent, still drives himself to the store. But a few weeks ago, he had a rough spell. Cramps, nausea, chills. He thought it was just a stomach bug. His doctor asked about recent meals. Turns out, George had made a veggie omelet, using eggs from his fridge door. The warmest part of the fridge. Worse, he'd left those eggs on the counter for a few hours the day before. That's all it took. His doctor gave simple advice. Keep eggs in the main compartment in the original carton. Check Best By dates weekly and never leave eggs out longer than 2 hours. George made those changes. No more mystery illness. No more stomach trouble. Have you checked where your eggs are stored? It seems small, but it can make a real difference. Because when it comes to senior health, even the tiniest habits add up. Now that you know the 4 big mistakes, let's step back and talk about what they really mean for your health, and more importantly, what you can start doing today. You don't need to fear eggs. You just need to respect how you use them, from the oil in your pan, to the food on the side, to how often and how safely you eat them. Every choice shapes how your body responds. And now you know the 4 most common mistakes. Let's review them and talk about the small changes that can make a big difference. Let's take a moment to bring it all together, because understanding what to change is powerful, but knowing where to start is even better. Here are the 4 mistakes that can quietly turn eggs, one of the most nourishing foods, into a health risk for seniors. Cooking with inflammatory oils. These create hidden inflammation that builds day by day. Use olive oil, ghee, or try boiling your eggs instead. Pairing eggs with processed meats. The nitrates and sodium cancel out the benefits of eggs. Swap in avocado, sautéed spinach, or grilled veggies. eating eggs the same way every day. Routine may be comforting, but it can lead to imbalance. Add fiber, rotate ingredients, and give your body more color and variety. Improper storage. A simple mistake in the fridge can lead to real illness. Keep eggs cold, sealed, and away from the fridge door. The truth is, eggs aren't harmful, but habits around them can be. Ruth, Henry, Gloria, George, each made just one change, and their energy, digestion, and strength noticeably improved. Now, it's your turn. Which mistake feels most familiar to you? Drop it in the comments. Your small shift could inspire someone else watching right now. And coming up next, there's one healthy breakfast food almost every senior eats, but few realize it may be fueling inflammation and draining their energy day after day. Let's close this out. Eggs aren't the enemy, mistakes are. And now that you know what to avoid, you're already ahead. Your next egg dish can be safer, smarter, and more nourishing than ever. So don't fear eggs, just use them wisely. If this video helped you, give it a like, and share it with someone over 60 who eats eggs daily. And don't miss our next video, where we uncover one healthy breakfast food that might be doing more harm than good. Stay strong, stay informed, see you there.